the hood or from lower middle class, they tell you, oh, you can get you a $10,000 loan and get back to $2,000. You don't have any food in the refrigerator. You don't have any money. Parents are just happy that you're in school. What are you gonna do, man? Full load, man. That's like the drug game, man. Somebody front you, some good. He said, when you get on your feet, you got pushed back to me. Back in, I'm not trying to sound like no nigga or nothing. They used to charge niggas interest. He front you something. You gotta give it. He give it back to you. You gotta give him. You basically usury, man. 20%, 50%. So now your black ass out there all day and night trying to sell what you owe this man. Pushing your life on the line. Same thing with school, man. Go ahead,
this is Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment.
That's right, man. Wherever you go, man, we're a borrower and a proverb, man. In Brazil, right now they're having protests in Brazil, man. And that's Asher down there, man. A lot of Judah and Asher too. What's going on is they basically say, man, this y'all spending I say 30 million. I believe they're spending like 30 million on the stadium that they're never gonna use again. And right now, I believe the U.S. playing in it today or yesterday. 30 million off of that right there. So 5 million off of roads and stuff. But they're not gonna ever use the stadium again. But what's going on in that country, man? That country is, if you know anything about Brazil, is extremely poor, man. It's considered a developing country. So wherever we go, man, the brother told me in Iceland, niggas in Iceland looking bad. Of all places, I know it's comical, but come on, man.
It's real.
Wherever we go, we're relegated to the hood, man.
Projects out there. I know somebody was saying Sicily. It's projects out there. Niggas in like 10-story buildings. They babies hanging out. It's like the same thing as here. They look just like the projects.
It's just terrible, man.
And that's Jacob.
Yup. And that's terrible, man. But that's what the Most High set up that way, man. And you have to keep on looking back to what we were previously talking about, man. That's why you cats out there, you scoffers, don't want to deal with these scriptures, man. That goes perfect with Isaiah the 30th chapter, I believe. Preach to me smooth things, man. Reality sucks, man. This is little. Can you grab me that sign right there? That right there, yeah. You know how it was when February would come around, or even when you get on the topic of civil rights, man, and you see your people going through this, man, you'd be a little ashamed, man. Me, I went to a mixed school, so I felt a little embarrassed, man. Versus all year, you're talk about Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, then walking on the moon, had they won their independence, man. Meanwhile, this is what they give you, man. The worst of your situation, man. And then I throw in Martin Luther King to make you feel better.
That's a point to, man, because they don't tell you, man. They really, your true history is in this Bible, man.
That's right.
Your forefathers, are the ones that came through the Red Sea, man. Out of Egypt, man. With Moses, man. They don't tell you that, man.
Yeah. And with that law, that encompasses a lot of history, man.
Yeah.
Why?
Your forefathers are the only ones that count.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. Outside of them, who counts? Except on the side of wickedness.
Right.
Yeah, man. Even when you're in world history, man, they teach you about whack ass Africa. See, and they always emphasize, although there was not a written, what's the word I'm looking for? A written standard. They had music, not like rap. I'll never forget this. The book that I had said not like rap music in parentheses. So they'll tell you, oh, you guys really ain't shit. You didn't have a writing system, but at least y'all have music. That's the same same, type of sentiment they had towards Negroes now, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
Yeah, they try to, that's going back to the white man line and telling our people that we Hamites, man, that we those filthy Hamites.
Yeah, man, that's a whole ass
When,
thing.
you know, you go into certain books, I believe it's like Josephus, which the scriptures, let me just add, that's the foundation of everything, but it's other books we use, that we filter through the scriptures, but it talks about how men like Abraham made Egypt great. So them damn Hamites in Egypt, man, them so-called Egyptians, which we're not the Egyptians, just because we're both dark nations, they're not Israelites. Those are Hamites, man. But either way, great men like our forefather Abraham made Egypt great, man.
Yeah.
He brought mathematics to Egypt. That's
right.
why they were able, our people, were able to build those pyramids, And men like Joseph, who Pharaoh set on top, he had a high-ranking position in Egypt, man. But the so-called white man, just backing up this brother's point, in those history classes, they always try to make us think that our history started in so-called Africa, and that we're just some doodle-eating Africans who didn't have no type of civilized way of thinking, man. But our history goes way deeper than that, man.
That's right. If I can say real quickly, they really do that basically to manifest or to just make more profound the whole concept of Stockholm syndrome, man.
Yeah.
With all that ideology, you would say, hey, I know we went through all that, but shoot, I'm kind of glad my people went through slavery, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you always want to differentiate yourself from the Africans, man.
Yeah. That's what one of those Republicans had said not too long ago. He had one of those southern state reps has said we should be grateful that we was put in slavery. Then Bundy, the guy in Arizona, had that land. He said the blacks. He said since we're not in slavery, look at us. Look at the foundation of us. He said we would have been better off in slavery, man. So that's how the so-called white man views it, whether it's economically or education, man. It's always gonna come back to what the scriptures are talking about, man. We ain't no damn Hamites. We come from Jacob, Isaac, and Abraham, man. Simple as that, man.
And then you have to ask yourself, where are those famous basketball players and singers and dancers over in Africa today if they're the originals over there, man? You'll never hear that, man.
What famous like none? Like come on now.
They can keep Manute Bol. He ain't a J.
No, but I'm saying that's just one.
Yeah, God.
Y'all got one you can mention, but there's no
That's right.
large mass of these original people that we so-called extend from.
That's right.
America's history is basically a Psalm 49 and 11 spirit. They want this place to continue on to forever, so they don't want you to know about what you really got into. They tell you about manifest destiny, they tell you about slavery, they tell you about civil war, industrial revolution, they tell you about, Martin Luther King, they tell you about how you fight. But when it comes to as far as growth for yourself, or growth for your people, it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Because if you find out who you really are, and you find out you're an Israelite, and you go start digging into the scriptures, and you start digging into history, seeing about how they murdered 98% of the Gadites, seeing how they murdered, all of the Judites, and you figure out the 12 tribes, and there's actually 12 from Cuba all the way down to Brazil, and we're all one people, you know what I'm saying? The Mexicans, and then why you cool with Juan, and you ain't cool with Dan, you know what I'm saying? It all comes together and it's gonna be a war. And that's what the Most High is about to bring out here, is that race war. You know what I'm saying? It's about to come because a lot of people are waking up. Since 2007, a flood has been coming, and Lord willing, we get this thing popping and it happens even quicker,
Hey, speaking on that, man, y'all really see who's getting riled up right now? These white folks.
That's right.
Riled up.
That's right.
They the ones out here killing these cops and shit now.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing our people are not aware of, man. And they don't see that, but y'all just think we just stay lost. It's hard. It's not even hard to explain or even be able to realize that this is your reality now.
Yeah, well, hey, that's beautiful.
When it comes to these race wars and stuff, man, these white folks out here yelling revolution when they going in the restaurants ambushing cops now.
Well, they shooting up your kids, man, and nobody's riled up about it.
Nobody.
You know, but hey man, that goes back in perfectly what we were talking about previously, man. Our people don't want to accept reality. So we're gonna talk about Negroes, which really when we say Negro, because all y'all black on the sign. And we're gonna talk about the white man. Alright, we're gonna do all that, man. Alright? Go give me, you got that?
Yeah, let's get Jeremiah.
Yeah, let's get that right quick, man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish.
That's right, our people are foolish, man. Foolish, man.
That's right, brother.
Being foolish is contrary to these scriptures,
Yep.
man. We ain't talking about somebody who is just dumb. No, we're talking about somebody who's ignorant according to these scriptures, man, and wanted to have it so. Go ahead.
They have not known me. They are Sardis children.
Our people are very, very stupid, man. Sardis, very dumb, man. Look at, man, just turn on the TV. Turn on the TV, man. From Negroes, Latinos, to Native Americans, man. All of them depicted like straight up clowns, man. You know?
Yep.
But and it ultimately set up by the Most High, man. You know? Go ahead.
And they have none understanding.
People don't have any understanding, man.
And just to go and to show you that they have no understanding, it just makes me laugh how they let Donald Sterling up in the church.
Yeah, Jake.
Now the man told you he's uncomfortable with being around you niggas. He told you that. And to try to just prove something, I don't know what he was trying to prove, he came up in the church just to show just how dumb and stupid and foolish you are, as we're reading right now. That you have no understanding.
That's right.
Because and it was nothing but old heads he was standing next to who didn't know anything. Well, you know, I kind of had mixed feelings about it, but as it says in the Bible, God loves. But you don't seem to understand that the Most High hates.
Too. He hates also.
Yep.
He hates also. It's a balance.
And it is a hate campaign.
And then I know he walked up out there just laughing at y'all.
Yep.
They go to show you, man, that's that Stockholm Syndrome, man.
Hey, that's what he said, man. He's like, what do you black people don't do anything for each other, man.
And that proved the point, because if you were really angry, you would have never let that man up in the church. That's if you were truly reading this word and getting an understanding, because you have none.
Go ahead.
They are wise to do evil.
That's right, man. Our people know. We all like to read this up. Our people know how to break. These people know chemistry, man. That's right. You don't have to change the product of cocaine, change to another product.
Minutes.
Measuring the right.
Measuring right. You got people bragging on how they can eyeball pound. If you looking at it on a scientific level, that's pretty impressive, man. That's chemistry. That's chemistry, man. You know how much to put in, how much that, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know nothing to do with the scriptures. You don't have nothing to do with the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead, out.
But to do good, they have no knowledge.
That's right. To do good, they don't have any knowledge, man. And that's our people. There's another one in, go ahead.
I'll say something too, man. Like if you ever been to jail and you talk about why you went jail or whatever, it's always gonna be a Jake there that can break down your sentence, how you can get out the sentence, how long, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. You be like, damn, you a lawyer?
Shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you good, bro. You do good time. You know what I'm saying? A year, then you go talk to people, do some good behavior. You ready to go? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that ain't shit.
That ain't nothing.
Been there for 3 days.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? Jailhouse niggas, man. What's that, Isaiah? Jeremiah, you got something? Jeremiah 5 and 3. If you don't mind. I believe that's it. That's education. I know what you 5.
So as we were saying, man, this thing is coming into play now to where we're gonna see something really pop off, man, because these white folks, they ain't playing no more. They ready to really get it up and going, man.
That's right, man.
They not letting the government come and take their guns.
Yeah, the people.
Jake, y'all think y'all ready for something, man? These white folks gonna have something for your ass.
have a rulership mentality, man. And they feel that power slipping from them. They don't give a damn about you niggas. They just give a damn that America's falling, man, and their power is falling. And they see that they're not basically special anymore, man. They do the most complaining. They the brokest. They the ugliest. All right. So now that the whole world's starting to see that, these crackers ain't gonna go down without a fight, man. So that's why they shooting niggas up and going crazy. It's gonna get way worse, man.
Yeah, way worse.
Get way worse, man.
And they starting to argue on immigration and stuff like that. Man, Obama got a bunch of kids. So what was it, in Arizona or something like that? You know, man, it's gonna get crazy out here, man. They setting us up for a big slaughter. Now go ahead and give me 2nd Ezra chapter 9. Go ahead.
I did a study called cultural hegemony. I did a sit down on it. And one of the points of cultural hegemony is there becomes a point when the subordinate city-states or the subordinate nation or the subordinate people underneath the hegemon or the leader state, those subordinate people stop seeing the prevailing consciousness of the day or what that leader state has put out there as the status quo as what's right, and start to see as what the hegemon is putting out there as oppression. And when you get to that point, you start to see rebellion.
That's right.
Now lately, when you go and you study it, you see that the